Are we ready? All of you? Okay. Uh, Good morning. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and the reason why I could not be on time with you because I had a caucus with some of the congressmen regarding legislative matters that will be taken up in the coming days. I had to call this meeting because there will be a long hiatus of holidays, and I am not sure if I could talk to you again earlier. You know, some of my relatives, yung mga babae, the women, were asking me, even from the States, the residents of the United States, why did you have to include the relationship between Dilima and her driver? Now, the crux of the matter is, if I do not talk about that relationship with Dilima to her driver, then there is no topic to talk about. Because what is really very crucial there is the fact that because of that relationship with her driver, which I termed immoral because the driver has a family and a wife, that connection gave rise to the corruption of what was happening inside the National Penitentiary. Kaya nga nagkaroon ng special privileges. Are you not surprised that during her term and for a longer period, when she became the Secretary of Justice, there were special privileges granted to almost all inmates. There were guns there inside. There were parties being held almost every night. There was a combo, a musical group. Liquors and alcoholic drinks flowed freely, and women went inside and out the prison. Now, if I do not mention the connect between the senator, who was then a Secretary of Justice, and a driver, how would you now explain? How would now I explain to the public that these things happened, the partying, drugs, and even cooking shabu went well, unbridled, unhampered because of the driver himself? Would you think that a driver of a Department of Justice employee could have allowed these things by all and himself? These illegal things which you saw on TV almost every day for about a month? Do you think that without Dilima giving him the authority to allow the inmates to do that, all of this could have only happened if there was the go signal from the head of the department, which is the secretary. Barlaan, is this his name? Yeah, Barlaan. He was also one of the bagman. He was also, there's another fellow there. Undersecretary, all of these things happened under your nose, and shabu was floating inside, and it was being, and what was really painful, and that's the reason why we knew, and I know, because they were trafficking shabu from the inside. Were it not for that authority, these cell phones and everything else, the guns, could not have happened. Now, I am now warning everybody connected with the Bureau of Prisons in Muntinlupa. All the guards there and the supervisors. Because if you do not tell the truth before any committee of any governmental body, be it the Senate or the House of Representatives, be prepared to be charged for what? That is serious negligence of duty. If not, I hope it is not that you were in conspiracy with the prisoners. You were there for almost all the time that these things happened. Do you mean to say that you did not report it to your superiors? Or you allow these things to happen by yourself, only your authority and nobody else's? Then be prepared to be investigated, because I will charge you for negligence of duty or under the revised penal code for conspiring with these guys to precisely act the way they behave there inside the prison. It could not have happened without your connivance. It could only mean conspiracy. Now, if you are not ready to tell the truth, I said, be ready to be ousted. You are all invited in the meantime to go to Basilan and find your places there and in Hulo. You're going there. Kayong lahat, I will be assigning you there. In the meantime that we are now waiting for the House of Representatives, which is also conducting its own inquiry, I urge the Lima to proceed with the investigation.